If you're one of the MBA candidates applying to the round 2 deadlines, which at the time I'm recording this video are just over a month away, you are looking at writing a dozen, maybe even more MBA essays. If you put a dozen MBA essays together, it will be like a small book. You could call it your forward-looking memoir because it will have chapters about your past, your present, and also your future. Does the idea of writing a book intimidate you? Yeah, me too. But there's lots of good news when it comes to writing the collection of your MBA essays. First, you're not aiming to win a Pulitzer Prize. While producing very well-written essays is a must when you're applying to the most selective MBA programs, you don't have to quite rise to the level of writing that lands you on the New York Times bestseller list. Second, there's a good amount of overlap between the essay questions of the different MBA programs. And that spells good news for you because it means that you'll be able to reuse some of the content from one application to another. But to take advantage of this opportunity of repurposing some of your writing, you need to understand the purpose of the MBA essays first and the types of essays that you will encounter. If you begin your MBA essay writing with a strategic framework, you will be much more likely to produce stronger essays and be more efficient in the process. So today, I'm going to help you understand the 4 types of essays that you will meet in the MBA application process. Knowing this will enable you to stay organized, but even more importantly, it will be the cure for alleviating the dreaded "what do I write about" question that stumbles so many MBA candidates. And then over the next weeks, I will continue to do deeper dives into each kind of MBA essay. So make sure to subscribe to this channel and especially to the Sunday MBA Adcom Insights newsletter, where these updates are always shared first. The link to sign up for the Sunday Adcom Insights is in the description of this video. In creating this framework, I'm using what I've seen work really well for so many MBA candidates that I've helped over the years. In round 1 this year, every single MBA candidate that used my comprehensive support got at least one interview from their very top school choices, and some got interview invites from all of their schools. Yes, even when those schools included Harvard and Stanford. And this is what we'll do today. I want to help you look at your MBA essays through the lens of results and see how my framework is a stepping stone to get there. Think of it as if you're wearing a pair of magical eyewear, opening up a view into the strategy and steps the most successful MBA candidates take so that you too can work towards your goals with the sharp focus that brings the best results. And let's look at 2 of the most important essays out there from Harvard Business School and the Wharton School. Here's what HBS asks in their only essay and what Wharton asks in their essay 1. HBS asks, as we review your application, what more would you like us to know as we consider your candidacy for the Harvard Business School MBA program? And Wharton, on the other hand, asks, how do you plan to use the Wharton MBA program to help you achieve your future professional goals? At the heart of the HBS essay are some big questions. Who am I? What made me the person I am today, the one seeking admission to one of the most selective programs in the world? The Wharton essay, on the other hand, much more narrowly asks about what your plans for your MBA are. What goals have you set for yourself, and what would you need in order to achieve them? The Wharton essay is a pretty classic example of a career vision essay. HBS is what I call a philosophical essay, one that requires you to consider how your views of the world have come to be and what's your place in it. Now let's take a look at 2 more examples. The second Wharton essay asks you this: taking into consideration your background, personal, professional, and/or academic, how do you plan to make specific, meaningful contributions to the Wharton community? In essence, Wharton is asking you what your impact has been. It encourages you to examine your background, which really means your track record, personal and professional, and link your past actions to your future ones as a Wharton MBA student. One more example, and then we will talk a little bit more about how all of this fits together into a useful framework for you to use. In one of its essays, Columbia Business School asks you, why do you feel Columbia Business School is a good fit for you academically, culturally, and professionally? If you had to guess what type of essay this is, what would you say? If you're nodding your head and saying, well, this is an essay about fit, Petia, you'd be right. It's pretty obvious, right? And these are exactly the 4 categories of school essays that you will encounter. You will see essay questions about your career vision, essays about school fit, essays about impact, and essays that I call philosophical or existential. Now, do all essays neatly fit into just one category? No. There's always some level of overlap between them. A goals essay will always require some amount of demonstrating school fit as you discuss how that particular program with its features and resources will help you realize your professional vision. So in one of our next pieces coming soon, we will dive even deeper into the similarities and differences between the types of MBA essays and how to use this framework to smartly and efficiently approach finding the building blocks for each essay and then the actual writing of your MBA essays.